separate programming language or technology framework. They can be implemented in any object-oriented programming language. To develop the language or technology or framework applications effective. Convinced, my dear? Got the point, my dear? Come on. Okay, guys. That means what? I'll tell one small example, Rababu. I have a class which is not having any variable declaration. Whenever I need an object, I'm creating object. Like this, I created 1,000 objects in 1,000 different places. In the same application for one class, I created in any object, data is not there. All are empty objects. You are wasting memory, na boss? You are definitely wasting memory or not? You are definitely wasting memory or not? I want reply. You are definitely wasting memory. I want reply, my dear. You are definitely and effectively wasting memory. And in Java, object creation is what? Costly affair. It needs lot of CPU time, lot of memory, right? Okay, what is the best solution? There is a design pattern called singleton class design pattern. Singleton Java class design pattern. Singleton class design pattern. This class allows us to create only one object maximum. For that class, in any situation, it allows us to create only one object. So create one object, use it for 1,000 times. Create one object, use it for 2,000 times. So we are avoiding the memory wastage. We are avoiding the memory wastage. What do you say, guys? The worst solution for recurring problem is called anti-pattern. The worst solution for recurring problem is called anti-pattern. What do you say, boss? Super. Seniors are subject experts. Documented both problems and solutions, including design pattern. Solutions using including design pattern and anti-patterns. So they also released pattern catalogs to the market or public domain. How hotel releases menu, how LG company releases product catalog, how Samsung company releases product catalog. The senior developers and subject expert, whatever problem they faced, they have given solutions. In that one best solutions they called as what? So design pattern. Worst solution they called as what? Anti-pattern. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. Mr. Somashankar, I'm talking about memory wastage. I'm talking about @AutoVid repetition. Please, Babu. Please, if you don't know how to read English, keep quiet. But don't misinterpret the subject. I questioned memory wastage. I questioned repetition of @AutoVid annotation. Stupid fellow. Guys, take the complete meaning of the statements. Don't take half meaning of the statement. Did I say @AutoVid repetition is the worst solution? And wherever you need dependency injection, you have to use @AutoVid. Is there any alternate? In 30 class of 20 properties, you need a dependency injection. 20 times you have tried. How does it becomes problem? Why does it becomes problem? Please, guys, if you don't know how to read English, keep quiet, but don't apply wrong meaning for the statements. I talked in terms of memory wastage and CPU time. I didn't talk towards what? Repetition of @auto-avoid annotation. When you want injection multiple times, definitely you have to repeat @auto-avoid. Yes or no, na? Okay. Yeah, seniors and subject experts documented both problems and solutions, including design patterns and anti-pattern. And they also released pattern catalogs to the market or public domain. Everyone understood? Hey, tomorrow, if you want, you can create your own pattern catalog. Rabab. I faced these problems. I applied this solution. For every solution, you have given one name called design pattern. For every solution, you have given one name, Rabab. Understanding? You can release your own pattern catalog. I can release my own pattern catalog. It is not a design pattern is not a subject given by XYZ company boss. Anyone can release pattern catalog. But we are going to worry about only standard pattern catalogs, not every secondary pattern catalog. In Java domain, two pattern catalogs are very popular. One is GOF pattern catalog, number two, JWE pattern catalog. GOF pattern catalog is given by 4 members together, gang of 4. Gang of 4. Okay, these patterns can be implemented by using any object-oriented programming language, including Java. But they generally talk about standalone application-related problems and solutions. Standalone application-related problems and solutions. Gang of 4 pattern, no way related to Java, but can be implemented in Java. It's 4 members together released these patterns. Okay. Next, what we got? JWE patterns. Sun Microsystem inspired. For core Java standalone application, gang of 4 patterns are popular. But using Java, we can develop layered applications. Using Java, we can develop web application, distributed application, where big projects will be there in different layers based applications will be there. To address the problems and solutions of those JWE application development, especially web application and distributed application development, JWE patterns are given. JWE patterns are given. Okay, guys. We can also develop the projects based on microservice architecture nowadays. Related to that, we are having microservice patterns. Microservice pattern. These are the 3 popular pattern catalogs in Java. GOF pattern, core pattern for standalone application. Singleton class, factory pattern, builder pattern, like this. 20 plus are there. JWE patterns, guys, for layered application. DAO, front controller, view helper, composite view, and etc. Here also 20 plus are there, guys. Microservice patterns are there. For microservice architecture application, Saga, circuit breaker, these are 10 plus patterns are there. 10 plus patterns are there. So these are popular pattern catalogs in Java. These are pattern catalogs in Java domain. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? A design pattern is always always 3-part rule, Rabbi. Three-part rule. Number one, problem. Problem. What is the problem? What is the problem? Next, solution. What is the solution? And for that problem, what is the solution? C. Next one, context. Context. Under which context that problem will be raised and this solution will work? Under which situation? Under which situation that problem rises and the given solution works? Under which situation that problem rises and the given solution works? Solution works. Are you understanding my statement? Okay, microservice design patterns are required while developing projects using microservice architecture. Okay. In our course, some of the microservice design patterns will be covered. Actually, they are there as a main topics only. API gateway, circuit breaker, all these are there as a main patterns, main topics in our learning process. Got it, guys? Okay, boss. Shall we get into factory pattern, boss? Shall we get into factory pattern? Okay, for example, you see, three-part rule. What is the problem? Creating multiple objects for a class which is not having state is waste of memory, waste of CPU time. That's the problem. Solution, singleton class. Create a class as singleton class so that it allow only one object creation in any situation. It will allow us to create only one object in any situation, right? Okay. Under which context this looks like a problem, guys? When you have a limited memory, creating multiple objects for a class for which state is not there, it looks like a problem or not? It looks like a problem or not? Super. Under which situation this solution should be applied? When you are developing memory critical application, few bytes of memory also matters. Few bytes of memory also matters. That time we have to think about applying this singleton class pattern or not. Super, boss. Now listen. Factory pattern, boss. Listen carefully. Sometimes I create object using zero param constructor. Sometimes I create object using parameterized. Sometimes I create object by calling factory method. Yes, my boss. Okay. Sometimes I create object one for class A first, and I use that object to create object for class B, na boss. And I use that object of A and B to create object for class C. In all these things, I have a little pressure to know how to create object of certain class. How to create object of certain class using zero parama, using parameterized, using factory method, using other dependent objects. I have little pressure to follow or not. If someone says, you come to me, ask for data, ask for object, I will give object. Ask for object of certain class, by giving certain data, I will create the object and I will make you free from knowing how to create the object. I will make you free from the process of creating how to create object. Free from the process of creating how to create object. Understanding my statement, guys? Got the point, my dear? Suppose you have gone to car factory, car. They have given car. You are happy now, boss? Are you bothered about how they manufactured the car? So car factory is providing abstraction on car manufacturing process. Car factory is providing abstraction on car manufacturing process. What do you say, guys? Biscuit factory is providing abstraction on biscuit process, biscuit creation process. In our life, lot of factories are there, Babu. You asked for car, they delivered the car. Are you bothered how they manufactured the car? Are you bothered? Are you really bothered how they manufactured the car? Definitely not. Certainly not, right? Okay. So that means car factory is providing abstraction on a car manufacturing process. Pharmaceutical company provides abstraction on what? Medicine creation process, right? Medicine creation process. You order medicine, medicine will come. Are they going to explain how they manufactured that medicine? You are also getting abstraction on my what? Spring learning process. You joined me, I am giving the knowledge. Are you bothered about how I gained this knowledge, where I gained this knowledge, what are the practices I have done to gain this knowledge? No. You just joined me, I am giving the knowledge, you are taking the knowledge. So I am providing abstraction on object, Spring learning process, Spring Boot learning process or not. So factory pattern says, come to me, ask for the object by giving data, one or other data. I will create and return object by hiding entire object creation process from you. By hiding entire object creation process from you. Super guys. Tell me. Factory pattern provides abstraction on object creation process. I'm wantedly opening some ready-made document to save the time, nothing else. To save the time. This document just prepared for the last batch, I'm sharing with you. Only to deliver more subject in less time. Factory pattern provides abstraction on object creation process. That means it gives object to end user without making him to worry about process of object creation. Car factory is the example, biscuit factory is the example, your learning process from the faculty is the example. Come on. Yes, boss. Listen. Factory pattern creates and returns one of the several related class objects. One of the several related classes object. Come on. Based on the data or inputs that are provided. Suppose, sir, what do you mean by several related classes objects, guys? Multiple classes are having common superclass. Multiple classes are having common implementation interface. Okay. Based on the inputs you provide, it picks up one class of that hierarchy and it creates the object. Creates the object. That is not interesting, Rababu. Factory pattern always creates and return one of the several related class objects based on the data or inputs that you have provided. Based on the data or inputs that are provided. Understanding my point? For example, listen, car factory can manufacture Model 1 car, Model 2 car, Model 3 car, Model 4 car. So if you approach car factory and ask for Model 1 car, it will return Model 1 car object numbers. If you ask for Model 2, it will return Model 2 car object numbers. You approach Maruti Suzuki company, they are manufacturing and releasing nearly 20 plus models of cars. Whatever model name you give, accordingly they manufacture and release the car. Tata company also having 10 plus model cars. Tata company is also having 10 plus model cars na boss. Super guys. Now let's see. Factory pattern provides abstraction on object creation process. That means it gives object to end user without making him to worry about the process of object creation. Super. Factory pattern creates and returns one of the several related classes object based on the data or inputs that are provided. Cool guys. We keep several classes as related classes by having common interface or common superclass for them. By having common interface or common superclass for them. Convinced, Michael, how to keep several classes as related classes by making them implementing common interface or common superclass. We can keep them in relationship or not. See, employee, customer, student. All these are extending, all these are related classes or not. Okay, listen. When I approach a factory, if I pass EMP, it returns employee class object data. If I pass cust, it will return customer class object data. If I pass stud, it will return what? Student class object data. If I pass, what is that? Swift car, the car factory will give me what? Maruti Suzuki car factory will give me what? Maruti Suzuki model car. I mean, it's a Swift model car. If I ask for, what is that? Ridge, they will create and return what? Ridge model car for me. Right, boss. Generally, we take this person as abstract class, boss. And we try to return one of the several related class objects. Right now, boss? Yeah, now listen. Every factory pattern implementation contains one factory method. Hey, without factory method, can we think about factory pattern? Every factory pattern implementation contains one factory method. And a factory method is a method that returns what? Either its own class object or related class object or unrelated class object. But when it comes to factory method or factory pattern, you should return always one of the several related class objects or not. The method that creates and returns object is called factory method. That object may be current class object, related class object, unrelated class object. The factory method of factory pattern always return one of the several related class object based on the data that is passed. Normal factory method can return any class object, boss. Current class or what? Related class or unrelated class object. But the factory method of factory method always returns what? Related class object or not. Related class object or not? I want reply, my dear. Okay, guys. The class that implements factory pattern. Pattern means repetition, Rabab. Design pattern. Design to repeat the solution. That's why I call design pattern. Designed designed to repeat the solution to solve the reoccurring problem. That's why they are called design pattern. By seeing the name, lots of people thinks that design patterns are related to project designing, nowhere related to coding. Sorry, design patterns are purely related to coding. They are designed to repeat the solution for repeatedly occurring problem. Right now, boss? The class that implements factory pattern generally contains one factory method, mostly static factory method. What, guys? Mostly static factory method. having logic to create and return one of the several classes, one of the several related classes object. One of the several related class objects. Okay. Super guys, tell me. Different objects will be created for classes using different techniques, like a new operator, new instance method. And in reflection API, we use new instance method to create the object using factory method and etc. If you start using factory pattern to get object of certain related classes, then we are not bothered about how objects are being created by factory. We just bothered about to get object from factory pattern by passing data. I think whatever I have explained initially, that is reflecting here. Array, yeah, local date time dot now. We got object. Are we really bothered how it is created was? No, we are least bothered, right? Okay, example one. Connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection is based on factory pattern. Is really, sir? Okay, now listen. Driver manager dot get connection. Based on the URL, username, password you pass, it returns connection object. If you pass Oracle related, it returns Oracle connection object. If you pass MySQL related URL, it returns connection object pointing to MySQL. If you pass PostgreSQL related URL, it returns connection object pointing to PostgreSQL. Okay, listen guys. Are you bothered about how it is creating connection object? For which class it is creating connection object? What are the other objects it has created before creating connection object? Tell me, my dear. Are you bothered about whether it is using a new operator, new instance method, X, Y, Z to internally create connection objects? Right, my boss? And the database to database connection object class is changing. Are we bothered about that class name? All these classes will implement common interface, connection interface. That means driver manage.get connection is returning one of the several implementation class object of connection interface. If we pass Oracle related data, it will return connection interface implementation class given by Oracle database software JDBC driver. If I pass MySQL related URL, it will return what? MySQL connection object implementing connection interface. Implementing connection interface, come on. Because it provides abstraction on JDBC connection object creation process. Moreover, it returns Oracle JDBC connection object if we pass Oracle related info you are as argvalues. Similarly, it returns MySQL JDBC connection object if we pass MySQL related information, URL, username, password as argvalues. This method returns one of the several java.sql.connection interface implementation class object based on the JDBC URL, username, password detail that are passed as the arg values. Right now, boss? because it provides abstraction on JDBC connection object. Moreover, it runs Oracle JDBC connection object if you pass Oracle related info. Similarly, it returns MySQL JDBC connection object if you pass MySQL related info. This method returns one of the several connection interface implementation class object based on the JDBC URL, username, password that you have passed. So it is not returning one of the several connection interface implementation class objects based on the data that we have passed, boss. Based on the data that we have passed, boss. I want reply, my dear. IOC container in Spring is given using multiple pattern. One is factory pattern. One is factory pattern. Right now, boss? See the first country, factory to create Spring Bean objects. Bean factory, factory to create Spring Bean objects. Object obj factory.getBean ID. You are passing ID and you are getting object. Are you bothered about how it is creating dependent object? How it is creating target object? How it is assigning dependent object to target class object? Suppose no dependency is there, simple bean ID you have passed. It creates and returns that bean object, right? Are you least bothered? Are you least bothered, guys? Based on the bean ID that is passed, the IOC container creates and returns Spring Bean class object by creating and injecting dependent Spring Bean class object. Spring Bean class object by creating and injecting dependent Spring Bean class object. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? Are you getting my point here or not? That means knowingly, unknowingly, already we are enjoying factory pattern that is there in Spring. Come on. Driver manage.get connection also we are enjoying now, boss. Yeah, listen, guys. Car factory provides abstraction on car manufacturing process. Biscuit factory provides abstraction on biscuit preparation process, right? Provides abstraction on biscuit preparation process. What do you say, guys? Got the point or not? Okay, guys. Have a look. What is the example? We'll develop. Person class is there. Person class with Aadhaar details, guys. Has a property. This is acting as a property. Yeah, don't apply Spring, boss. You are just observed by course Java. Right. Here Aadhaar details. Aadhaar number is mobile number, right? Here is person class. Name, address, Aadhaar. Name, address, Aadhaar. Two simple properties. One is as a property, right? Okay. See, student extends from person. Student extends from person. Customer extends from person. Employee extends from person. Okay, here is my factory, boss. Employee extends from person. Where is factory? Don't worry, I'll develop in front of you. I will develop in front of you. Okay. Yeah, listen. This is problem code. In problem code, observe very carefully. We are forced to know how to create dependent object. We are forced to know how to create target object, assigning dependent object. Come on. This is problem test. This is problem. This is problem, right? Similarly, we are forced to know how to create dependent object. We are forced to know how to create target class object. Come on, guys. First, I am explaining the problem part, not the solution part. Okay. Can we feel this problem practically by getting into our workspace? Okay. See, person needs Aadhaar details, right now, boss? So if you don't have factory in the client application, whoever wants to enjoy employee object or student object or customer object, you should know how to create Aadhaar object. You should know how to create customer object. You should also know how to assign Aadhaar object to customer object. So he's having bit burden to bear or not? Is it definitely having bit burden to bear or not? I hope you are feeling it. Okay, 716. Let's write the problem code. What is your plan, sir? First, I will try to develop application of dependency management without Spring using Core Java. In a best manner, we try to develop by applying multiple design patterns. Right, boss? We'll understand the problems are developing dependency management application using Core Java setup. Then we start developing. We start developing same application by using Spring so that we can understand the advantage of Spring compared to Core, right? Already we got theoretically, but I'm going to give a different. You can take an event project, guys, not a problem, but no need of adding dependencies. Why Core Java application only, na? It's a just Core Java application. But even though you are not adding Spring jars, pick and dependent, you can develop as a normal Core Java project also as a event project. Archetype. Everyone settled with this? Archetype quick start. 1.4 is the latest. Okay. My screen is full only there. Artifact ID. IOC pros 03 pattern problem, boss. Client application. This is a client application where we test the things. Factory pattern problem. Super. Guys, my screen is in full mode. Stop attending classes from mobiles. Start attending classes from the laptops. I request everyone. You are learning a high-end course. Please respect it. Components. In Spring level, we say this Spring Beans. But basically in Java level, they are components only. Na? This is not a Spring application. I keep on telling it's a core Java application. Right now, boss? So that's why no need of adding Spring dependencies. Okay. How to change the Java version? 1.17. This version of Eclipse supports maximum of 17. If we have other latest version of Eclipse, you can go for 18 also. Update project to okay. We got 17 here or not, boss? We got 17 here. Now let's take the component. Class, boss. Aadhaar details. If you want, you can take a different example also. Car and tire. For car, tire is required or not required. You can take anything. Let me give the same example that is there in your material so that we can save the time of copy paste. Aadhaar details.java. Tell me. Long. Okay, simple long also. Aadhaar number. Private long Aadhaar number. What are the properties I have taken in commonly, guys? Commonly. Okay. Aadhaar is mobile number. These are the is. Int is private long mobile number. Mobile number. Mobile. I think Aadhaar number will contain all the details now, boss. Okay. I'm taking, what is that? Source parameterized constructor. For 3 param constructor. Here is my 3 param constructor. This is nice. There is a shortcut to get it, guys. There is a shortcut. Alt plus Shift plus S comma O. S comma O. Okay, you feel that practically? Alt plus Shift plus S comma O. Select all the 3 properties, generate. Constructor is generated or not? Constructor is generated or not? Systrace. Done. Tell me next one. Alt plus Shift plus S comma S. Alt plus Shift plus S comma S. Here is my generate. ToString method. To get parameterized constructor. This is to get toString method. This is my dependent class now, boss. Okay, Aadhaar details.java. Here is my dependent class. Dependent class, boss. Everyone getting my point? Tell me. New common super class I am taking. Person. In real person type person will be there, boss. In real. No, either employee type or customer type or okay, student type will be there. Person type person in real will be there. No. So I should kill the possibility of creating object for person class. So it's better to take person class as abstract class, boss. Target class. Abstract class can have properties, Bob. It's not like that abstract class cannot have properties. Here I will try to put the common properties, guys. What are the common properties I have taken in the person class? Name, address, Aadhaar. Name, address, Aadhaar. String name. Okay, string address. Aadhaar details. Aadhaar. My statement. And since you decided to take some properties and constructor, better to take abstract class. If you don't want to take these properties kind of thing, you may take interface. You may take interface, right? Right click source constructor using fields. Okay, constructor using fields. Cut it, guys, paste it. Here is my systrace. Here is my systrace. Person, 3-param constructor. Here is my toString method, right? Right click source toString. Cut it, paste it. Cut it, paste it. Super boss. Tell me. Right click new class. Employee. Super class. Extends from person. Extends from person. Right now, boss? Extends from person. Extends from person. Extends from person. Okay, guys. Extends from person. But here I want to have some employee specific additional properties. Tell me, guys, public int employee ID. An employee will have ID extra, na boss? ID. Next, this fellow will have what is the designation extra? Designation extra. Come on. Into employee ID, string designation. String designation. Right now, boss? Yeah. Now, this dot EMP-ID is equal to EMP-ID. This dot designation is equal to designation. Here is my systrace. Systrace. Tell me. Employee colon 0-param construct. Sorry, 0-param. How much, guys? How much it is? 5-param. 5-param construct. Five-param constructor. But you know that super off should be the first statement, guys. So that's why SOP should be moved little down or not. SOP should be moved little down, right? Alt Shift S and S. Generate. ToString method is taken here. File save as. Here is my student.java. Here is my student.java. In this place, what is there? Student. Array for student, what is extra, guys? Student ID, right? What is extra? Course is extra. Here, what should I take? Student ID. Tell me next one, course. This dot stud ID is equal to stud ID. Next, this dot course is equal to course, guys. This dot course is equal to course. Here, what is the constructor I should take? Perfect. Tell me here, what is the one I should display? What is the one I should display? employee ID. Employee ID. Instead of employee ID, what should I display? Student ID, right? Next, what is there? Course. Okay, plus plus super dot to string of. Otherwise, it will display only these two properties. I am calling super dot to string method. So superclass to string method is having logic to display common property data, including Aadhaar details, Same thing I should do in employee class also, boss. Same thing I should do in employee class. What do you say, boss? Super dot to string. File save as. What is there, guys? Customer dot Java. Save as customer dot Java. Rename to customer. Okay. Yeah, customer will have what, guys? Double bill amount, right? Double bill amount. Next, string transaction ID. When you do some bill amount, bill number, or transaction ID, whatever it is. Okay. Tell me here what is there. Double bill amount. Okay. String transaction ID. Tell me here. This dot bill amount is equal to bill amount, guys. Super. Transaction ID. This dot transaction ID is equal to transaction ID. This is my 5-param constructor now. Yeah, here what is the message I should display, guys? Custom. Here what is the message? First, what is there? Bill amount. Bill amount. Transaction ID. Transaction ID, TX ID. Okay, guys, come on, boss. Are you understanding my statement? Student also, your employee is coming na bad. Right. Here also what? Stud ID. Here also what, guys? Post. Here what is there? Customer. 5-param constructor. Student. What is there? 5-param constructor. Fine. We got several related classes having common superclass called person. Having common superclass called person, guys. Go to client. Factory pattern. Problem test. Factory pattern problem test. I'm taking main method. I'm taking main method. Aadhaar. Aadhaar details is equal to new Aadhaar details of, what's the first one, guys? Aadhaar number. What's the first one, guys? Aadhaar number. L. What is the next one? Aadhaar number is 30. What is there? Email, huh? What is that one? Some number L. Long, na? L for long was. L for long. What is this? Dependent class object. I should know how to create this object. That's problem number 1. Problem number 2. I should also create how to create target object having dependent class object. Student ST is equal to new student of. Tell me in student class constructor, what is there? 101. Student name, Raja. What is next, guys? Aadhaar details, student ID course. Acha, first student name, then address. Okay, understood. First name Raja, then address Hyderabad, then details, then student ID 1001, then student ID 1001, course Java. Course Java. And if you want, you can refer with super class reference variable also, right? Person ST, control plus shift plus U. Sysout ST. Sysout ST. Yeah, I should know how to create target class object. Target class object having dependent class object. Right now, boss? So I have a pressure of creating, pressure of knowing how to create dependent object, how to create target object. So a lot of pressure is there on the customer now, on the client fellow, on the end user now, boss. Okay, not for one time. Wants to create second object. They are also the same story now, boss. Aadhaar details, detail 1. Here one number change, here one number change, here one number change. Person PER, new employee, Suresh, Vizag, Suresh Vizag, 1002. Okay, spring course. Actually, I think for employee, these details are different, right? Here details 1 minute. For employee, what are those details, my dear? Employee ID and designation. Employee ID and designation. Employee ID fine, designation is managed. Designation is managed. But when it comes to employee, find out name, address, Aadhaar details. Name, address, this why red color? Import. Okay, let's me. Here is my. But see, I'm overburdened. I'm definitely overburdened. I should know how to create dependent object. I should know how to create target object having dependent object display that way. Run Superna boss. 3 param, 5 param. Here is my student class object. 1001 Java. Here is my person class object. Come on, guys. We are able to get it. 3 param, 5 param. And we are getting the things there or not. 5 param constructor is internally calling 3 param constructor. But anyhow, here programmer is overburdened or not, guys? Tell me, my dear. Same code, check it out. Here, client should know how to create dependent Aadhaar details and target employee student class objects. Having Aadhaar details class object, it will be burden to the programmer. To overcome this problem, use factory pattern. Use factory pattern. I hope you convinced, my dear, got the clarity. To overcome this problem, I have to use factory pattern or not? Understood, guys? Okay, now listen carefully. I'm taking this setup as it is. Copy paste, Control C, Control V. We can do that copy paste, guys. Control C, Control V. Factory pattern solution. Because if I don't tell the problem, you never understand the importance of the solution. Yes, na boss? You ask importance of your washing machine. Your sister, mother may not tell. But you ask the importance of washing machine, will tell very nicely. Because they expose it to problem, they are enjoying the solution. Your mother and sister expose it to problem, boss. No. From the childhood, they are using washing machine. So that's why they never realized the problem, right? After listening classes from your engineering faculties, you realized importance of the subject, importance of faculty after attending my classes and other faculty classes in Naresh IT or not? Because you expose it to problem, now you are enjoying the solution, right? The same thing. That's why intentionally I'm exposing the problem, boss. Okay, boss. Super. Let's come here. Package. I may take bit extra, boss, but you will enjoy subject learning from me. Your attitude of learning, attitude of thinking will change after attending classes from me. No doubt in that. Okay, factory, boss. Now, guys, I have a question. Generally, the factory pattern class name will have a word factory for easy identification, boss. Easy identification. Person factory, because it is going to return one or other person class object now, boss. Person means person subclass objects. Person factory. Okay, now listen. No doubt you have to take one factory method. Why we should take static factory method here, I will tell. Okay, whoever using this class, they are going to call the method to get the person factory object or one of the person object. Person factory return one of the person object, right now, boss? Person factory returned one of the person object. So that means people are not interested in person factory object creation. People are interested in what? Person factory returned one of the person object. So that means people don't want to create any object for person factory, but people wants to enjoy person factory return one of the person object. So that means whatever method we place in this person factory, if you place as a static method, there is no need of creating object for person factory, na boss. There is no need of creating person factory, na boss. Tell me, in client application, are you interested to enjoy person factory object or person factory return person object? Person factory return person object. So that means you are not at all interested to create object for person factory. If I take methods of person factory as a non-static method, I'm forced to create person factory object, which is waste object, right? So that's why if I take the methods of this class as static method, people can call the methods of this class without object, so that we can avoid object creation for this person factory or not. So that we can application for this person factory or not. I want reply. Static factory method. Is that, guys? Static factory method. I'm trying to give as what? Static factory method. Creating and returning. Returning one of the person abstract class, subclass object. Right, boss. All right. Public, boss. Why it should be public? This method should be visible to client application. Na? This method should be visible to client application, right? This method must be visible to client application. What do you say, guys? Must and should be visible to client application. Are you understanding my statement? Super, boss. Now tell me here. It's a public. Now listen. This method should return either customer class object or employee class object or student class object. But can we take three classes as the return type for a method? Can we take three classes as the return type for a method? One class can have how many return types? One class can have one method can have only one return type, na? Super. Customer, student, listen. Customer, student, employee. What is the common thing for all the three super classes? Person, right? Person. So if I take person, method can return one of its subclass object or not. If I take person, method can return one of its subclass object or not. I want reply, boss. Yeah, that's why I'm going to take the return type as the person. Okay, tell me here, get instance. Get instance means object, get instance. Okay. String person type. String person type. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. It's easy. This is the beauty of having common superclass. It's the beauty of having common superclass. Okay. Factory pattern class. Okay. This method contains factory pattern logic, right? This method contains factory method. Today I'm hard coding data, boss. Today I'm hard coding data. In future, we'll see how to pass the data dynamically from the client application. Especially Aadhaar details, employee details, I'm hard coding. Today I'm hard coding. Okay, na? Super. Only to simplify the application. Dependent class object. Dependent class object. Okay, not otherwise. Leave it. Okay, now listen carefully. Person PER is equal to null. If person type equals ignore case, EMP. Person type equals ignore case, EMP. Super. Today I said odd coding. Aadhaar details is equal to new Aadhaar details of Aadhaar number L, age 40, mobile number L. Aadhaar number is right. Superna boss. Next, employee EMP is equal to new employee of what is there? Name Raja. I'm hard coding, I said. Address Hyderabad. Details object as it is. Employee ID designation clerk. Designation clerk. But I don't take EMP like this, Babu. I will take PER is equal to. A superclass reference variable can refer one of its subclass object. Superclass reference variable can refer one of its subclass object. Convinced, boss? Yes. Else if. See, based on the person type we pass, it is creating one of the several related class objects or not, boss? Equals ignore case. Equals ignore case cust. Equals ignore case cust. Details 1. 42. Right. Here is my details 1. Suresh. Vizag. 1002. Manager. 1002 manager. Supernavas. Else if person type equals ignore case. Okay, what is there? Stud. Stud. Here employee, customer was. Here customer. Customer. Okay, 1 minute. Customer name, Vizag, details. In customer, what is there, guys? Customer bill amount, na boss? Bill amount. Bill amount. Bill amount. Tell me. Here transaction ID, right? That is transaction. That is for customer. Studra Babu. $35. This. 35. This one. PER is equal to. Come on. New student of Rakesh, Vizag 1, details. Here I will take details 2. Tell me, guys, in student, what is their student ID? 678. Next, course Java. Course Java. Control plus shift plus. Array, if other than these 3 things are given, else throw new illegal argument exception. Invalid argument. Invalid inputs. Invalid inputs. Invalid person type, Rav. I'm throwing exception, Rav. Person. Okay. Here, what is there? Depend. Let us assume factory is given by someone, client is developed by someone. The person who is developing client is going to enjoy the abstraction or not? Illegal argument exception. Throw new illegal argument exception. Add written statement. Nothing. No need. Written, what is this? PR. Written PR. Written PR. Understanding my statement? Yeah. Array, to create object of current class in a single style, factory method is sufficient. But if you want to create one of the several related class objects based on the data that is passed, then better to go for factory pattern. Factory pattern solution test, guys. Factory pattern solution test. Right. No need of all this stuff, na boss. No need of all this. Right. What is there? Tell me here, what is this? Person PR is equal to person factory dot get an instance of person factory dot get an instance of PR. Everyone getting my point? Sys out. It's a PR. Let me take here. Here also I will take here. Here also I will take here. Am I bothered, guys? Am I bothered? Easy na, life is easy na, boss. Especially think that someone is given factory and I am using the factory. Come on, come on, come on. Someone is giving factory, I am using factory. Think about driver manager.get connection. It's a ready-made method given by JDBC people. I am enjoying it. Then I'm not feeling. Am I going to feel abstraction free from lot of activities? Similarly, let us assume factory is given by someone. Let us assume someone has given factory and you are using the factory. Definitely you are going to enjoy it now, boss. Person's ST is equal to person factory dot get an instance of start. Sys out ST. Sys out ST Rabo. Okay. See. Other person, 3 param, 5 param. See, employee class object is created with full data. Then student class object is created with full data. But listen, any headache here, guys? Any headache for the client application developer? As a client is enjoying the abstraction, he want object, he is getting object. How to create its dependent? How to create its target? We are least bothered or not? We are simply least bothered or not, right? Solution using factory pattern, guys. Solution pattern. Solution using factory pattern. Solution using factory pattern. Person factory, guys. Person factory dot Java. Say paste. person factory.java. Person factory.java. Entire magic is in the solution. We are able to see that, guys. Client application. This is client application. This is client application. Remaining all are same now, boss. Remaining all are same. Yes. This is one section I should highlight. This is another section I should highlight. Okay. Note. Always assume factory pattern class and application are developed by two different developers. Then only we can feel abstraction of factory pattern in the client application. Abstraction of factory pattern in the client application. Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity, my dear? Come on. Yeah, customer also same thing. Right. We placed static factory method in factory pattern class because the client application is not interested in the client application is not interested in, come on guys, is not interested in the factory returned. But guys, the factory returned, the factory interested in the factory class object. But they are interested in the factory class returned, the factory class returned person type person type object, person type class object means subclass object of person. Okay. For this, it is referred to take. What is this? Static factory method in factory. Static factory method in factory. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Sir, who can develop factory pattern classes